everyone, welcome back to the release. Today, just to get right into it, real quick before we start off with some hot topics, we're going to be talking about our All-Star ballots, all right? That's if we had the ability to vote in the NBA to see who we would pick as All-Stars. This is who we would be picking. We'll give you our reasoning and all that stuff. Sorry we're a little bit late on the episode, but let me tell you something. CPTs, accommodating performance tasks, and exams and all this type of stuff, they've been a pain in the butt.
If they know, they know.
If people know, they know. Yeah. For you kids in middle school, cherish that. Cherish it. My goodness. I was like, oh wow, man, I can't wait to go to high school. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting at the front of the bus again, and I'm scared of exams. My goodness. You know, great. Kids born in 2006 have never written an exam in their life.
Oh, they're going to be screwed next year. Like, if everything gets better.
If stuff gets better, you guys suck. Praying for you guys. But yeah, man, just a couple quick hot topics before, we get started. Number one, the first official trade has actually been made in the NBA offseason. The Hawks have traded Cam Reddish to the Knicks for Kevin Knox and a first-round pick. I think the Hawks lost that trade.
Well, yeah. I don't know why you trade Cam Reddish for
Kevin Knox and a first-round pick. You really think Kevin Knox has that much potential? Kevin Knox had that much potential a couple years back, but he hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, no.
So, massive mistake. Massive mistake. Cam Reddish is going to bloom into a big, good guy now.
Yeah, that's
also, finally, before we get into it, Westbrook is shooting 59% from dunking.
That's pathetic.
That means he has missed 41% of his dunks. That was quick math. That's insane. How are you known to be dunking? Like one of the best slashing point guards ever, possibly a top 5 point guard of all time? Not in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's right after that. He's
like 6, 7.
Yeah.
And you're having the worst finishing season of your career. You're shooting 59% from dunks.
Yeah,
you're making 59% of your dunks. Mm-hmm. You should be making 100% of your dunks. They're dunks. I'm not saying, oh yeah, good, look, a dunk's easy. Like, no, it's hard to get up there. But if you have a wide open lane and you miss a dunk, like, come on.
For him, it should be easy because we've seen him do it in the past. So I don't know, man. He just needs to play better. Once he plays better, the Lakers will actually be decent. But yeah.
Yeah, the Lakers are struggling stupidly right now. But that aside, that's not what the All-Star Game is about. We're going to be talking about the All-Star Game, which is occurring in Cleveland this year. NBA 75th anniversary. I don't know why they chose to have it in Cleveland. Cleveland is like the deadest place I've ever heard of since like Montana. But like, it's okay, I guess. It's okay. So how this is going to work, we are going to discuss our starters for each conference, and then we're going to discuss our bench players for each conference. This is how the criteria works. We need 4 guards, 6 front court players, and 2 wild card players. And then also we have a couple of injured reserves in case someone like Jimmy Butler or Zach LaVine remain injured. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start it off with the starters in the Eastern Conference. Jordan, just list yours. I'll list mine, and then we'll get to debating. Go right ahead.
All right. So the guard position, I got the Bulls backcourt of Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Trae Young.
No, I'll get into that later, I guess. Forward spots, I got KD and Giannis with Giannis being the captain. Mm-hmm. Then at center, I have not Embiid, obviously. And then at my coach, Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra, eh? I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was originally gonna have Billy Donovan as my coach, but ever since they started losing, I'm liking Eric Spoelstra right now.
He'd have been injured for like half of the season. They're still the first seed.
Yeah, so
close to first seed.
It's stupid. Second seed, I think. Yeah, it's stupid impressive. I have nothing but respect for the Miami Heat. But I'm gonna get straight into it. I literally have the exact same one as you, but my point guard is Trae Young. So I have Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. Why are you starting Zach LaVine?
Zach LaVine has how good? All right, I know that's definitely a hot take. I know definitely people mad about that, but
very hot take.
To me, LaVine, he's been better. I'm gonna be honest. Like their numbers are quite equal.
The thing is, though, his team is doing better, but like that's not what the All-Star team is about. Like it's about individual player.
Yeah, individual players first, right? But if I think the individual play is close, then record's more of a tiebreaker, right?
Okay,
Even if you
I like that
notice,
thought process.
yeah, even if you notice in general, most of the players that make All-Star teams are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Now
Yep, that's
you obviously
understandable.
have exceptions, right? Like if you're dropping 30 on
Of
a
course.
non-playoff team,
Unless
you're
you're
still gonna
Bradley
make it.
Beal.
Yeah, then
That
one
one
day,
year.
that 1 year, I guess, logic gets thrown out the window, which doesn't make sense
When
because
he
the
got
year
snubbed for
after,
Kemba.
in the year after, the Wizards were the 11th seed up at the All-Star break, and he started in the game, in the All-Star game, so it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, LaVine's been great. LaVine at times he's even been in like top 10 MVP on the ladder for a couple of weeks, so he's putting up great numbers right beside DeMar. They're arguably, if I can't think of it right now, they're probably like the best backcourt in the league.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not a backcourt, but they're like probably one of the best wing guard duos.
They're considered a backcourt in the All-Star game because DeMar is listed as a guard, which he shouldn't be. He should be listed as a forward. But I know what you're saying because if they were a backcourt, they'd be the best in the NBA. As of right now, you remember back in the day when the best backcourt used to be like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum.
Right there, that was some good times. They're in that conversation.
Yeah, no, now Damian Lillard's garbage. Lillard's garbage. Yeah, man, having the second best player on the Bulls starting along with DeMar DeRozan, I like it. All right, let's go to the West.
Starters. Not doing the bench, or we're doing the starters?
Yeah, we're gonna do the starters first.
All right. So this one I know is gonna be a lot more spicy-ish.
Yeah, here we go.
Let me start with the guards. Team captain Stephen Curry. Ja Morant guard. I feel like that's not a debate right now.
That shouldn't be a debate. I don't know why people would think that that Ja Morant shouldn't start.
All right. LeBron, obviously. Then Jokic. And then, my surprise pick, Rudy Gobert.
You rank him very high for a player getting 15 and 15.
15 and 15 leading the league in blocks is great numbers. Like
it is incredible. It's incredible numbers, but like I don't know. I replaced Rudy Gobert with Paul George.
Okay, so here let me go into my thought process. So Paul George was there. But for me, the knock against Paul George is not his play, because when he was healthy, he was an MVP candidate. But he's missed so much time that I feel like he's still an all-star, no doubt. But he's missed too much time for me to be a starter. You still have to play.
That's understandable.
A game requirement. And at least for Rudy Gobert, reason why 15 and 15, leading the league in blocks, may win Defensive Player of the Year.
I think that's going to Draymond.
Yeah, I mean, one of those two.
Either way, it's impressive by either man.
Yeah. He's carrying the Jazz defense. The Jazz have been amazing. He's been in top 10 MVP ladders for most of the season. At some points, he's been top 5. Yeah, he's having his best season of his career, and he's got all the components.
And that's the thing about being an MVP caliber player, because you often associate the MVP, even like people on the interior, like people that actually vote for MVP, they don't say, hey, this guy's the most valuable player to his team. No. They say this guy's the best player in the world. That's not what MVP is, because like Giannis is a different thing. He's been the best player in the world, but he's also been the most valuable asset to his team. But this is why a guy like Rudy Gobert should probably be like top 5 around there in MVP voting, because without him, that Jazz team falls apart. And that's my opinion of the MVP being there. You're the reason that your team is succeeding.
No doubt.
Who do you have for coach in the West?
Coach in the West, Monty Williams.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
Suns
there
have been consistently first. Great offensively, defensively. They've just been the perfect basketball team right now. So I mean,
yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get into the spicier part, because the starters are kind of obvious. I think almost everybody has the same starters, but when you get to the bench, to the bench, that's when it gets more debatable, because there's so many players that are having stupid good seasons this year. So we're going to get right into that right now. Jordan, list your East bench, and then I'll list my East bench, and then we'll argue it.
All right. Just bench and wild card. So the bench, the two guards I got, James Harden and Trae Young. I feel like that's Bam. Gotta be there.
You got Bam, eh?
Yeah, Bam's been good, and he has been good. So Jimmy Butler, he's been great this season too. His team hasn't been doing so well, but his numbers are amazing as usual. Jason Tatum,
of course.
Then my wild card spots. I didn't have this guy in the beginning, but I changed my mind.
Tell him.
Fred VanVleet.
Frederick VanVleet.
Yeah. I remember the first time we did this video, I was so hellbent that he was not an all-star. But you know what? That was it was like 4 weeks ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Long story short, we filmed this video before, and the footage got corrupted, and it was the 100 sub special. I'm not going to tell you what we were doing, but it was fun.
Yeah,
we will get that 100 sub special to you soon enough. But Jordan, go right ahead.
Then my last one is Lamelo, and that's about it for my. Go ahead with yours. I will explain Lamelo. Go ahead, man.
Lamelo.
Go ahead.
All right. For my first two guards, I have Zach LaVine and Fred VanVleet. I don't think there's a question there. My front court players.
Wait. For your bench, I'm tripping off.
Oh my goodness! You think I was talking about starters? You're crazy. You're crazy. Listen. I love Fred VanVleet. He's not an all-star starter. Come on now.
I don't know, bro. I was wilding for a second. I'm like, whoa, David, you okay?
Nah, my front court players, I got none other than Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, and you know what? I listed James Harden. I like him. He's not a front court player, but I don't care. I put him there anyways.
Okay.
You know, he's having an all-star season, no matter how much people hate him and how bad he was doing in the beginning of the season.
He started bad, yeah.
He started bad, but he's brought it back up. He's literally getting 20 and 10.
Who's your wild cards?
Oh yeah, my wild cards. This is where it gets a little spicy. Number one, I have Jared Allen.
Okay.
He is the heart of that Cavs team.
Yeah.
He is like, yes, he's getting spoon-fed, but the fact that he's able to finish every single one of those buckets and get all those rebounds and be the center and core of that defense, he's an all-star this year. And then I don't think there's much to argue there. It's just like a one-off. Like, you could take him off, you could put him on. I don't care. As long as he's in the conversation, that's valid. Number two wild card, Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
I have Pascal Siakam. He has really picked things up because, look, if we could say, hey, Harden, you could go on the All-Star, we could say the same thing about Pascal because Pascal and Harden both had rough starts to the season. Plus, Pascal and Harden were both injured. And they both started picking it up at the same time. And to say that and to say that Harden's an all-star and Pascal isn't, that's a bit of just, bias because and I'm speaking for real here. He's having an amazing season. Pascal is, and he's putting up all-star numbers. He's putting up nearly the same numbers that he was when he was an all-star. So I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. And if he doesn't make it, then I'll give it to someone like Darius Garland or Lonzo. But that's about it.
All right. I'm gonna go explain my Lamelo pick.
Yeah, I'd like you to explain that because
at least to you, because I'm gonna be honest. There's many people. I mean, I think Lamelo, he has the fan votes for it. And okay, so let me start with Lamelo's number.
He's not even the best ball brother.
Okay, that's cap. But let's start with his numbers, which Lonzo doesn't know anything about averaging 19, 7, and 7. So I mean, cool. Lonzo knows nothing about
cool.
that.
But he could get he could get 15, 8, and 8. But that's cool. That's still amazing numbers, and I feel like he's more important to his team. But go ahead.
Huh? Well,
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay. He's the center of that off. He's the center of that team.
He's the fourth best player on his team. He's the
fourth best player on your team. I don't care. He's the center of that team. Their offense, without him, he is the point guard. He's an amazing passer. He can rebound. He can play all this. He's an amazing defender. He can do all this stuff. He's a way better defender than LaMelo too. But that's not what we're arguing right now. Okay, we're gonna argue why LaMelo's an all-star because I don't believe he should.
All right. So as I said, those are all-star caliber numbers. 19, 7, and 7. I mean, if you want to debate that, that's fine. His efficiency has been way better than I expected his efficiency to be for the stage of his career. Because I remember when the draft came out, we both thought LaMelo wasn't going to be that good. But
I'd like to say sorry for that because we were shitting on LaMelo, and he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's been good, and also, I mean, to start off, the Hornets, they're the 7th seed, so the Hornets are not. So he's putting up those numbers. Again, putting up the numbers. His team has been decent. It's not like the Hornets are some great basketball team either. I mean, you have Miles Bridges, you got Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's been a big part of why they've been good. Even in his rookie year, before he got hurt, that team was like the 6th seed at one point.
Yes, I will admit they were an amazing team when he got there.
Yeah,
but then other players like Miles Bridges also started popping off. But
yeah, so that's helped him a lot. So, yeah, so for me, he's putting up good numbers. He got a good record. He also has the fan votes, which should help him out. So
yeah, can I just say how stupid fan votes are, bro? I hate fan votes.
Yes, I hate them too, man.
I hate them so much. Come on, Klay Thompson. Let me read this stupid stuff out. Let me read this out for you guys, because my goodness, I think it's idiotic.
Tell him.
I forget who was ranting about this on TV, but you know what? Forget it. We're gonna be on TV someday. Like I don't understand these fans. I don't think it should count for 50% of the vote. 50%.
Honestly, I would lower it to 25%. Like,
hell yeah.
It's so stupid. Like
50% of the vote. Get out of here. Listen to this, man. First of all, Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam are both 7th in their voting, by the way. But listen who's ahead of them, okay? Kyrie Irving is ahead of Fred VanVleet. LaMelo Ball is ahead of Fred VanVleet. Let's see. Jaylen Brown's getting there. Derrick Rose, Miles Bridges, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Wait, is Derrick Rose in front of Fred VanVleet, or
no? He's right under him. He's 8th. And then some outrageous ones for the East. We got what's his name? Carmelo Anthony.
That's West.
Oh, I meant West. My bad.
Yeah,
Carmelo Anthony. Anthony Edwards. I feel like that's stupid. Russell Westbrook. Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's 4th in guards. Klay Thompson's 4th in guards in the West.
He's
Andrew
over Chris
Wiggins
Paul.
is 3rd in front court. Like, come on.
You know what? Warriors fans and Laker fans, I don't know what they're doing.
Toxic.
Y'all need to stop it, man. Like,
I hate you guys. I hate
ain't no way you watch Lakers games and you're like, yeah, Carmelo's an all-star. He's averaging 13 points.
You cannot genuinely believe that. Yo, listen, Carmelo Anthony is an amazing player, and he will die a legend. He is a legend. He's a top 75 player of all time. Yes? Was he?
Yes. Yeah,
He's a legend. He is a top 75 player of all time, a top 5, top 10, maybe even top 5 scorer of all time. We get this.
He's amazing.
However, he is the farthest out of your prime, as far out as your prime can get. He's like the only person that I could think of that is farther out of their prime is Nicholas Batum. Okay, so we're not gonna sit here and say, "Yo, LaMelo's an all-star." There's no way you genuinely feel that in your heart that a 13, 8, and 2 guy is an all-star.
You mean Melo? You said LaMelo.
My goodness, LaMelo, Melo, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Their names are
similar.
very, very.
Carmelo Anthony is not an all-star, and if you genuinely think that in your heart, I'll pray for you. I'm praying for you. Because
they're trolls, bro. They're trolls.
They gotta be.
They're trolls. They're trolls.
But anyways, let me bring something to your attention, Jordan. So you were talking about how LaMelo's a 19-7-7 player, which is amazing numbers. Here I have Pascal Siakam at a 21-5-8 player.
21-5-8. That's impressive.
That's impressive, in my opinion. Yeah. I feel like that's doing more than what LaMelo is.
No, I mean,
listen, because
bro, again.
Here's
Pascal
where it comes.
hasn't been the best player on his team. Like, I understand you want to put again. Fred VanVleet has been a better player.
I genuinely believe this in my heart, though. This isn't no bias. I promise you.
Than Pascal, go ahead.
But yes, Fred VanVleet has been a better player. Than Siakam. I know this. However, the thing is, it's just they're close in statistics, right? Siakam scoring more and rebounding more, and LaMelo. Literally, the only thing LaMelo's doing is passing more.
Which is a very big difference, especially when they're so.
But it's 2 more assists. It's 2 assists
for Pascal. We're talking about.
No. I'm talking. LaMelo's only getting 2 more assists more than Pascal Siakam, but Siakam is scoring more and he's getting more rebounds. Like, I feel like he's should be
so you're saying 2 more assists, right? Let's not act like. That's like a small difference because per game, 2 more assists per game.
2 assists is still a big number.
Also, if we're talking about offensive creation, LaMelo is the reason why that Hornets offense can function.
Okay,
When we
understandable.
look at the Raptors, again, the catalyst for the Raptors is Fred VanVleet. And I'm also opposed a team that's like the 9th seed having 2 all-star players. Like, to me, that is bogus. That is nonsense. Like, I understand if you want to put like a team like the Warriors, you want to give them 2 or 3 all-star guys, or the Suns, or the Bulls, or the Heat, or the Nets, or the Bucks, you know, teams that are actually good. But a 10th seed should not have 2 all-star players. That is nonsensical. That to me makes no sense. I don't care. Even when people try to do that for Ingram and Zion, I thought that was still stupid. And I still think it's stupid here, bro. I will not support a bottom feeder.
Listen.
I mean, they're not a bottom feeder, but I will not support a 10th seed.
Yeah, Jordan, you got to watch your mouth, man. Your team's the Wizards. They're going to fall off. Raptors, yeah, by like a game. By a game. They're going to fall off, trust me. But what I'm trying to say is, you acting like Pascal can't produce on the offense at all because you've seen him lately. He's been controlling these games offensively. Like, he's been
controlling what?
Yes. I'm the one who watches every single damn Raptors game, right? He slows it down, and he's been playing at his own pace. And he hasn't been able to do that for quite some time. He didn't do it all of last season, and he didn't do it for the first bit until he got injured. And he comes back, and he's finally playing at his own pace again. And that's why he's an all-star, because that's how he got an all-star this time. He's developing his game, and he's starting, and he's unguardable again.
Pascal is nowhere near Lamelo Ball as a player. Like,
oh my God,
one dude.
Are you going to tell me that Lamelo Ball is better than Pascal Siakam?
Hands down. That's not even debate.
Oh my God.
It's not even debate. What are we talking about? Pascal is.
You're insane.
You mean laundry machine? Laundry machine?
You're insane. Yeah, laundry machine, spin cycle. Yeah, that's him. You're
insane.
Bro. You're insane.
Come on.
You're insane.
Bro.
You know what? You're just saying it because he's light skinned. That's it. You're just saying everybody votes for light skins.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
We're moving on to the West bench.
Come on, but this guy really used that. You're.
Yes, I did use that.
You're mod for you. I don't know.
I don't care. But I don't care. Listen, there's no way you can say you're laughing when you say it.
He's a superior.
No, he's not.
That's not. Yes, he is.
Siakam's a better rebounder and a better scorer. Yes, LaMelo can pass. LaMelo's a great passer.
Siakam's one of the best defender. In the league. Like,
Siakam's a better defender.
Okay.
Like, come on.
All right. Who's had a better impact with their team this year?
Siakam, because when he comes back, they start winning. When LaMelo leaves, the Hornets won't do that bad. If LaMelo gets injured this year.
Okay, I mean, last year showed that wouldn't happen, and that won't happen this year. He's their main playmaker. He's also their main scorer. He has way more responsibility.
How can your main scorer get 19 points a game?
They have a very balanced. There's other scores. One, LaMelo is more of a pass-first player right now.
There's other scores on the Raptors too, and Pascal's still managing to get that 21. And there's big men on the Raptors too, and Pascal's still managing to average a double-double with like 25 and 12 over the past 10 games. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna take a couple of games. LaMelo's actually been consistent throughout the entire year. LaMelo's also played most of the year, except for Mr. Pascal, who missed a large portion of the season. So I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Again,
but when he came, but you see how well the Raptors started doing when he came back?
Not at first, but I mean, again, that was more Fred VanVleet because, you know.
Okay.
Again, I look at people who have more responsibilities. I look at their records. I look at consistency. Come on, bro. We need to stop it, bro.
No,
like I get. Look, I get you don't like LaMelo at all.
No, it has nothing to do with me not liking LaMelo. I swear to God. I genuinely believe in my heart that Pascal is the better player than LaMelo. He's showing it.
We need to stop it, bro. Like Pascal,
I cannot wait for the Hornets to drop off.
Barely top 50. Pascal is barely top 50. Like we're not gonna act like.
All right, cool. So you want to know what, Jordan? You want to know
I
what?
would rather have
we'll give it 2 weeks.
Alexander than have Pascal.
No, you're stupid. You're an idiot. I'm gonna say that right now. Okay.
He's just.
No.
Stop it. This guy is so.
No. Listen.
Rated.
Oh my God, get out of here. Anyways, this is what we're gonna do. I'll make a bet with you, Jordan. Okay. Look,
yeah. Okay.
We'll give it 2 weeks. We'll give it 2. That's 2 episodes. Okay. On the 3rd episode. So give it 2 weeks, and then the episode after those 2 weeks ends, we will see who's had the better 2 weeks. Okay.
That's not what the All-Star debate is about, though. We're talking about the entire season, which LaMelo has played.
I know, but I'm trying to prove right now that Pascal is the better player.
Okay.
I'm right
now. Who has more responsibilities, right? The guy who just scores, which is all he really does on the team. right?
Okay, LaMelo has more responsibilities.
Yes, and a better record, and is a better shooter.
Shooter, cool. This is why I'm saying give it 2 weeks. The episode after the 2 weeks, whoever does better, okay? I'll bet $5 on it with you.
$5.
I'll bet $5. $5 is a lot of money.
Okay, look, again, as I said, that has nothing to do with who's actually a better basketball player or who should make the All-Star team.
It will prove that Pascal's the better basketball player. And you'll see when he makes the All-Star team and LaMelo doesn't. Or he'll be in more contention than the All-Star team. And okay, well then, if Pascal can't make it, then LaMelo can't. Simple.
They're not close. I am sorry. What are you
Then you want to know what? Cool. Then here. Just for you, I'll sub out Pascal Siakam and I'll put on Lonzo Ball.
That's even worse.
Okay, fine.
That's a role player. What are we talking about?
Oh my God.
Lonzo's a definition of a role player. Y'all need to stop giving this dude sympathy. This guy is he's a bust. Player. Let's call him what he is. He's a bust.
He's not second overall, I'll admit it, but he's not no role player.
He's not even the best guard of his draft class. Like, I'm not even sure why. Again, let's talk about his teammates. He's played with Ingram, Zion, LeBron James, Zach LaVine,
DeMar
DeRozan, and Vucevic. Let's talk about his teammates. Let's talk about the situations. Lonzo's been drafted to actually good talent, which there are people in his draft class, aka De'Aaron Fox, who does not get the privilege of being able to play with all-star.
Yeah, poor De'Aaron Fox, bro.
On a daily basis, bro.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing I can't stand about Lonzo. It's not even that he's just a bust. It's not the fact that we treat him with kitty gloves and we give him sympathy for him being a bust. You can't say
he's not a great player. And you can't say that he's not a great player because he's a great player.
He's a great role player.
No, he's a great player. He's a great starter.
He's a role player.
He's a starter. Okay, he's a great starter.
Look, they're starters who are role players. He's a role player. He's not a star. Not, bro. See, he does nothing at a star level to be a – what does he do on the court that impacts – I'm not talking about statistics because Draymond doesn't put up stats, but Draymond's defense is extremely impactful. Lonzo
that's understandable, and that's why Draymond might be an all-star this year.
Again, Lonzo is not an impactful guy in the way of the star. He's the fourth best player of his basketball
defense and his offensive IQ, his basketball IQ is stupid.
Okay.
And that's why he's valuable towards his team. Same reason with Draymond. Draymond's IQ is insane.
Yeah, and again,
my God.
Lonzo Ball's a role player. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
come on, bro.
We need to call him out. He's a bust.
Yes, he's a bust. I've been saying Lonzo Ball's he was not deserving to be second overall. But
you know who agrees with me? You know who agrees with me that LaMelo is better than Lonzo?
Luka?
No.
Because Arenze agreed. LeVar. Yes, their father.
Their father who saw both of them play.
Their father who saw both of them play.
Let's be honest. Look, LaMelo in his second year has done what we thought Lonzo was supposed to be. Why hasn't Lonzo done what LaMelo could do?
I'll give you that. LaMelo's an early bloomer. I'll give you that.
LaMelo is the fourth player in NBA history under 20 to average 18, 7, and 7.
That's legendary numbers. Bro. That's legendary numbers.
On, bro.
He's still not the best ball brother, but we'll save. You know, how about we dedicate an episode to this?
We're comparing an all-star caliber player to a role
to an all-star caliber player.
Lonzo is
We're declaring two people that won't make the all-star game. How's that?
Okay, we could do that. Let's go ahead, but
I'll settle it at that.
Lonzo is a role player.
Two people that will make the all-star game.
Lonzo's a role player. A great role player. Yes. Is he a star? God no. God no. Stars don't look. Lonzo's not a star. He's a role player. There's nothing wrong with being a role player. There are many good role players, but he's a role player. That's it. Okay. You're the fourth best player in your team. You've been drafted to good talent your entire life.
All right, fine.
To play DeMar LaVine, putting you on your backs. They're the guys who are doing the work.
He's the guy who's getting him up. He's getting the shots.
Vucevic is okay. Good job for you. Again, you're a great role player. You're a great pass first point guard. But you're a role player.
My God. You know what? Fine. You know what? I'm gonna.
I wish LaMelo has been able to have the ability to play with Lonzo, been able to play with guys like Ingram and Zion. He's never had that before. You know, he's playing with Gordon Hayward and Miles Bridges. I'm gonna be honest. You put Lonzo on that Hornets team, they're the worst team in the East. Like, come on, bro. Like, Lonzo's not the guy who's gonna put his team on his back. He doesn't do that.
And we'll see. We'll have an episode dedicated to this. We'll have an episode dedicated to it. So you know what, Jordan? Here, fine. Would you like me to put someone else then? Would you like me to put someone else then? I'll put Darius Garland up there then.
You know, that's fine. You know, I respect. Darius
Are you
Garland's
cool with
actually,
Darius Garland?
yeah,
Because
I have no problem with Darius Garland.
it's nearly a sin having Darius Garland on the bench, because having Jared Allen on there and Darius Garland on the bench is like having like having DeAndre Jordan, but like not Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're both all-star caliber players. So this year, so
I'd love to see Jared Jackson. Oh my goodness, Jared Allen. Yeah.
West bench now.
West bench now. I like the West bench because the East may have the better division, but the West has so much more talent, and I like it.
The teams in the
all-star caliber
East
teams
overall are better, but the talent is better in the West.
Yeah. Oh, you never told me who you had for your injury reserves, because I got Bradley Beal, Darius Garland, Lonzo Ball, and Jeremy Grant for my injury reserves.
My injury reserves for the East is Pascal, Beal, Jared Allen, and Darius Garland.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let's talk about the West now, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about the West bench.
Bro, the West was tough. Like, okay,
it was so tough.
When I talk about how the West has better talent, Luka Doncic, who's on my bench, would be a starter in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is the difference between the West and the. Meanwhile, you have a guy like Bam wouldn't even make the AllStar team in the West.
In the West, no, sadly.
All right, so let's go into this list. So Chris Paul, who's been disrespected in these polls. Klay Thompson and Westbrook have higher votes than Chris Paul. That is blasphemy.
None of which were all-stars. Klay Thompson is like, come on, he's played 5 games. Westbrook, not an all-star this year. He's not even in contention. Good.
Come on now. Luka Doncic, as I just named, Paul George, Anthony Davis, and this is the tough one. I was split between 2 players here, but I'm going to give the edge. No, I'm going to name my wild cards. I'm going to go back to that after.
Okay.
So my wild cards, Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker.
Nice.
And my last forward spot, it's going to be Draymond.
That's understandable. I can't blame you.
It's going to be Draymond.
I can't blame you for that. Have you guys seen what the hell Draymond's doing? Wow, guys. First of all, you know how impressive it is to get 9, 9, and 9? Yes. Wow, he's not a scorer. He's getting 9, 9, and 9 with 3 steals. With 3 steals and like 2 blocks. What the hell's wrong with this guy? He's been amazing. He's the heart and soul of that team. He runs the offense as a forward. He runs the defense. He's like, come on. He's a genius.
Yep.
He's a genius. Half the stuff this guy said, like, I haven't seen anybody with IQ like him since LeBron, and I'm being so serious. You gotta be realistic here. Yes, and the only reason I'm saying LeBron has a higher IQ than Draymond right now is because
I remember one more player.
Go ahead,
Chris Paul.
Never mind. Okay, it goes Chris Paul, LeBron,
Draymond. Okay, yeah, no doubt about that. I can't disagree with anything you just said there. So.
Yeah, because like people are like, oh, he didn't score the ball. He didn't score the ball. Come on, he realized he made the All-Star game before, averaging the same stats, right?
Yeah,
but nobody was complaining that year. That was the year that what's her name performed? Fergie.
Who? Oh my God!
Fergie did the national anthem.
That's still a meme. Oh my! See the reaction.
That must have been the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
it was so funny watching the players. It was such a horrible thing.
Yeah, but Draymond deserves it, bro. His impact.
Yeah, of course.
Warriors record, defensive player of the year running, almost a triple double. Like, come on.
And I've also had conversations with people, trying to say that Anthony Davis isn't an all-star.
Isn't?
You
know what? I'm not gonna lie. When we first made the first video, he wasn't on my list.
Yeah,
but then I put him after.
You gotta put him on because you gotta look at the stats. Listen, I understand the Lakers are having a bad year. Anthony Davis is injured right now. I understand. Okay. However, he's still getting 20 points, 15 rebounds. He's a 20 and 15 player with like a steal and 2 blocks. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Those are also numbers. But I'm gonna get to my bench right now. All right. For my first 2 guards, I got Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Devin Booker has finally earned his spot on the All-Star team this year instead of just being another damn injury reserve. He's earned it this year. Donovan Mitchell, no question. The Jazz are one of the best teams in the league. For my 3 front court players, I got Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Those are the first 2. And then I also got Anthony Davis. This was really tough. I wanted to put Draymond on, but I don't think. First of all, Rudy Gobert and Anthony Davis are set in stone. But Cat's having such a damn good season.
Cat was close for me, bro. Cat was so close. I had to. had to
the
make a
only
call,
thing
though.
that could separate them. Because even though Cat's dropping 20 and 10, Draymond's more impactful to his team, and he's like that true all-star player. That and
I'd say so.
right, like you said, it's like kind of like the record thing that separates it. But still, I think I'm siding with statistics here,
No
and I
problem
gotta
with
go
that.
with Cat with this.
Cat's been amazing, so
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Who's your wild card?
My 2 wild cards are Chris Paul. Like you said, you guys are disrespecting him. You don't act like he's not an all-star. Cool.
Mhm.
He had a couple bad seasons on the Rockets. Understandable. Look at him now. That's all I gotta say. And Luka Doncic.
Bro, I'm surprised you have Devin Booker over Chris Paul.
Yeah, man. I think Devin Booker's the best player on that Suns team.
I disagree with that. Chris Paul, to me,
that's understandable.
He's still, in my opinion, he's still top 15. Like, I know people, oh man, he only puts up 19 points. Okay, 19 points, you got to take in the assist, the level of efficiency. I still take into account his defense, still for a guy who's like 37.
Yeah,
then you got to take
he's insane. He's one of the best defensive guards ever.
Then you take into account his leadership that he's provided to this team over and over again. Yeah, again, for me, Booker is a better scorer than Chris Paul. But as an overall basketball player, I still think Chris Paul is better. But other than that, that's all right. No debates there. What about
that's understandable. Reserves? Yeah, I was just about to say for my injury reserves, I have Draymond, of course, because if he's not going to be there, he's going to be an injury reserve. And I think if Paul George is still out, then Draymond Green will get subbed in for him. Or if someone else gets injured, like Anthony Davis is still out, he's definitely going to be in the All-Star game because I think one of the guys are going to get injured. Then my 3 other injury reserves are Brandon Ingram. I didn't really have anybody else to put. I wanted to have 4 injury reserves on each thing because I'm like a perfectionist. So I put Brandon Ingram. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And DeJounte Murray.
Okay.
MIP candidate. Great addition for the Spurs. He'll be an all-star soon.
So
not the best defensively anymore, though.
Oh, yeah. That's a solid pick. Let's talk more. Okay, so I got Andrew Wiggins, which, by the way, can we talk about how people are wild on Andrew Wiggins' season? Like, there are people.
He's an injury reserve for a reason, everybody.
Come on. People voting him as an all-star starter? Starter? Okay.
He's like, I understand he's putting up the same stats as last year, but Curry is back. He is the reason that this team is doing good. Draymond's the reason that this team is doing good.
David, can you say that one more time again about Wiggins putting up? Yeah, say it again.
He's putting up the same stats as last year. And Stephen Curry and Draymond Green are the reason that team's doing good. You take Andrew Wiggins out of that lineup, they're going to do the same. They're going to play the same way. You take Steph Curry and Draymond Green out of that lineup, just take Draymond or just Steph out of that lineup. They're going to play like crap.
All right, so let me just get into that for a second. People are acting like Andrew Wiggins are here dropping 27 per game. No, he's averaging the same stats. The only difference
he's getting 20 and 6.
The only difference between last year and this year is that the Warriors are winning. But you may say, Jordan, but isn't it enough? Was he an all-star caliber player last year? If somebody last year told you that Andrew Wiggins should be in the all-star game, he would slap them in the face and say, you should watch a different sport.
You idiot.
So
you idiots.
I don't understand.
That's what people would say.
I don't understand how you put up the same stats. The only difference is that he's the 4th best player on his basketball team. So I don't understand. He's not better than Draymond. I don't care about he puts up 20 though. Watch the games.
Wow, points. Look at what Draymond does to the team. You see the production when Draymond's off the court? It's nothing. Yep. There's no production when Draymond's off the court. I'm tired of you buffoons, bro. You buffoons. Yep.
All right, let me get to my other ones.
Rapscallions, bro.
Yeah, people are just dumb. Who I got? I got Cat. So Cat, to me, I said he was close to making it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like either Andrew Wiggins or Paul George are going to get hurt, so I feel like he's going to fit into there. I think he's going to end up making it anyways.
That's valid.
Brandon Ingram, he's been really good. Too bad Zion's hurt, and too bad they let go of Lonzo for no reason.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, though, even if Zion wasn't hurt, I'm not confident that team would do good.
I think they would at least be a play-in team, at least.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you look at the West, after the Lakers, it gets bottom fear-ish.
Oh my God, it gets bad. It gets like the depths of the ocean bad.
Okay, so the Timberwolves are The Lakers haven't been good. The Clippers are missing their 2 best players. The Trailblazers are garbage. I don't care if they're in the play-in. They have 28 wins in their play-in team. That shows how weak the West has been. But I'm gonna move on from that, bro. But
it's
yeah, Ingram, he's been really good. He does everything well on the court. Shea, I think Shea, man, underrated. You don't give him
so underrated, man. You guys crap on him for no reason.
Man, you know what, man? He's gonna be on. When the OKC is good, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, Shea's so good, bro." Yeah, you gotta appreciate these players now, man.
Yeah, when they're putting those 80,000 draft picks to use, my God! And you want to know what they're probably gonna do? They're probably just gonna get a ton of young talent and then pair every single first round pick they have and trade it for big players. And OKC's they're gonna bring success back to OKC.
I'm gonna be honest. That draft pick thing, it may not be as successful as people think it is. Because I'm gonna be honest, OKC drafted KD, Westbrook, and
Harden.
You
Serge
hit
Ibaka
on
too,
and Serge Ibaka. You hit on 4 perfect draft picks that fit your team.
4 perfect.
Even before Harden was a 6th man of the year on OKC, Westbrook was already an all-star caliber player. Durant was an MVP. So you hit, and then all 3 of them end up winning MVP. So you hit on your draft picks. And honestly, their games kind of fit well together because you have the shooter, you have KD who doesn't need the ball.
Then you have the ball handler.
Then you have the ball handler and Westbrook. Yep.
Like, come on, man. The defensive anchor, like it was quite literally the perfect team, and I feel like they should have won that year. But coaching,
so for me, I don't trust the fact that you're relying on high schoolers, you're relying on grade 9s to make your future. And I'm sorry, bro. Like y'all talking about
these guys have been scouting Imani Bates since he was 12.
Hey man, in 2025, man, I'm like, bro. You're talking about some preschoolers, bro. That's what these
guys are waiting until kids our age get drafted. Speaking of which, kids our age are going to get drafted next year. You know how old I feel?
I know, but they got picks in like 2025. Like y'all waiting on some like,
come on.
You're waiting some grade 7 stuff.
Hold on. I think they have like a 2028 pick. You know that?
I know. Like, come on, bro. Like,
what are you doing? You got to trade that away. It's like a 2-star value, bro. Come on, get out of here. That was 2K terms. But like,
too much picks. Like, if you look at like some of the great teams in the last few years. Like tanking hasn't always been necessary. Look at the Bucks. The Bucks did not tank.
No, they just kept going. They went with the flow.
Except Giannis was like the 15th pick.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton was a 2nd round pick.
Mm-hmm. Rarely does tanking. Yeah. Rarely does tanking go incredible.
We can go on. The Heat, he didn't tank.
Yep.
They made great smart choices. The Sixers tanked. I mean, you saw where that went. But
sadly. Bro, I was so excited for Markelle Fultz, man.
He's supposed to be nice.
I think he'll be an all-star later in his career, but that's a different time of conversation.
Look at the Suns. They didn't tank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they were just bad.
They were just bad. The Grizzlies drafted well. I mean, the only thing they really tanked for was for John Morant. They didn't tank anything else.
Yeah.
The Nuggets, they didn't tank either. So if you really, the Nuggets did tank.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like a tank that actually went well. That's not the Nuggets though, because like it's not rare that when you purposefully don't play well, like it doesn't do that well, unless you have some stars and you rest them and you get a great draft pick and then you play those guys along with the stars. Like
I don't know, man, because even like a team like the Hornets who are okay, they're not tanking. Like the Hornets are actually trying to win basketball games. Like you may say they're not good enough, but look, they're not going out here trying to lose basketball games. They're actually they're attempting to win. So
pulling a magic card, the Magic of 8 wins. 8 wins.
The Magic need to tank. That's a team.
God.
Like you remember a few years ago when they had Aaron Gordon and Vucevic, and they were trying to actually be good.
Yeah. They took a game away from the Raptors their championship year.
To be honest, bro, if you're 8th seed all the year, that's not a good position for your team.
Yeah, come on.
8th seeds don't do shit. And again, they had no all-stars except for Vucevic.
I miss the Magic glory days. Good old Dwight Howard.
Yeah, those were the only times we were in contention. But yeah. Now there's some teams that do need to tank though. Like the Pacers, they need to tank. I'm sorry.
Oh, tell them, man. You guys have gone too long without I'm sorry, success.
Bro. Like I've been the biggest defender of the Pacers. I've always liked how well-rounded their roster is when they're healthy, but they're always hurt, which has been the biggest problem. to me, you need to trade all of them, bro. Put Sabonis on a good team where he's not playing garbage. Put Miles Turner on a good team. Give Malcolm Brogdon's underrated, but put him on a roster, bro, that needs a point guard, man.
Because Malcolm Brogdon can be an all-star.
Yo, team him up with Joel Embiid. With Tobias Harris.
What do you think of a Malcolm Brogdon for a Jaylen Brown trade?
See, here's the thing. The fit is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem is, here's the problem.
The
what
contract.
You're giving up, not even that, what you're giving up, because Jaylen Brown's potential, Jaylen Brown's better right now as we're speaking.
Oh, easily.
Jaylen Brown has the potential to be a top 15 basketball player in the league at someday.
Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon was a good rookie of the year.
Look, Brogdon, he's a nice 25-5 guy. He's efficient, but he doesn't have the ceiling. So the thing is, if you're in a win now mode, I think that's a great deal. I think that fits well with the roster. But for me, if I'm the Celtics, still different Celtics. I give it 1 or 2 more years. If you don't get to the finals in like 2-3 years, I'm trading Brown because I'm not trading Tatum.
Oh my goodness. If they trade Tatum, they're idiots. But you either trade for Brogdon or you trade for De'Aaron Fox. I'd appreciate it if you traded for De'Aaron Fox, please.
Yes.
If when De'Aaron's on a good team, people aren't ready for De'Aaron Fox on a good team. People act like he sucks. No, his team sucks.
Yeah.
His team's garbage.
Because, so Tatum has the potential to be like a top 5 player in the league. So I don't understand. So I wouldn't, or say top 5, top 10. He's in that range for the league. So I'm not trading that away. So, De'Aaron Fox, even a guy like, if Lillard was good, he would be a really good fit on this team. I don't know what Lillard's on, bro. Lillard's
it's that new damn rule, and I'm so happy it got implemented, but I was not expecting it to affect Lillard like that because I really like Lillard. I was so hyped for it to like mess up Trae Young and James Harden, but they've adapted and they're playing amazingly.
Trae Young's been good for most of the season. So
they're showing that
even Luka didn't infect him.
Yep.
But
so I got nothing but respect for those guys now because they proved me wrong. They shut me up.
Dame, on the other hand,
Dame is one guy that I did not expect to get affected.
Hey, remember when people were saying that Dame was better than Joel Embiid?
Back in the day, when he was at some point.
You know what? I've actually, like, for the last 2 years, I've never thought that, but people would call me a madman. But look who's being proven wrong now.
Like, Joel Embiid's an MVP candidate. I don't recall a time where Damian Lillard was top 5 in MVP voting.
Oh wait. Joel Embiid's like top 3 right now.
He's 3rd.
Yo, he's doing this. He's the 5th seed with no Ben Simmons. That's impressive.
Yeah, like you got to give him something at some point.
No Ben Simmons. They're missing their starting point guard. It's crazy.
You have a starting point guard who has no more value.
They're asking for too much.
You can't even get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Do you remember the trade I showed you? The Pistons offered Jeremy Grant and Bay and a first-round pick. This year's first-round pick. You know how valuable that is?
I think it was probably protected or something.
I think it was lottery protected or something, or top 3 protected.
I don't believe that the Pistons would give away a high draft pick like that. But that's the thing.
It might have been lottery protected.
The Sixers don't want that though. Pick. The Sixers are probably going to decline it.
They did decline it. They declined it.
Why?
It was all for Ben Simmons. Why? I don't know. No.
Look, man.
They don't need another big man. I understand. That's Jeremy Grant.
Honestly, that's a bad fit. So here's my thing. If the Pacers, because the Pacers offered them Malcolm Brogdon a long time ago, I'm taking that.
Oh my God, take it,
bro.
Take it, and then that sets the Pacers off, and they build around Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons can have a part in this team building.
Look, the Sixers, if they get an actual point guard, they're good enough to contend for a championship. Easily. Since you have a guy who's now becoming a superstar. Now, Joel Embiid, he's reaching that superstar tier. He's in there already, but he's reaching there. There's some guys that are breaking into it, like Luka. To me, at this point, I feel like at this point he's a superstar. Like I feel like
he was so fortunate. That's why I mess with guys that play in Europe before, like Denny. Yeah. He played a bit in the Jerusalem and stuff like that. Like I messed with that. He did. Yeah, man. But
Sixers, get your stuff together, man.
Yeah, bro.
Trade Simmons. Bro, they're asking for like Michael Jordan and LeBron James in their prime. Like it's Ben Simmons, man. Like.
You're not getting much. I can't deal with the 76ers right now. They piss me off. They disappoint me. They upset me so much. And like they're doing this to themselves at this point, man.
They have the components. You have an MVP caliber player.
Uh-huh.
You have another guy who could put up 20.
Uh-huh.
You're good defensively.
Uh-huh.
You have shooters. You have guys like Steph Curry. Like you have scorers, bro. You have defenders. You honestly have everything.
You finally have the spacing you need.
Which you should have had a few years ago, but you got it now. But now you don't have a point guard.
And Ben Simmons, he would rather take a fine every game than learn how to shoot a basketball.
I have him on my fantasy team in one of my leagues.
I remember that. You drafted him. I don't know why you did that. That's a waste of a roster spot.
I thought he was going to play at some point. I was expecting him to play immediately.
Yeah,
but he's still not playing?
He would rather take, how much is it? How much is it? $25,000? $250,000, I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless, he would rather take a massive fine. It's a pretty big fine. It's like a 1-year contract type of fine.
Yeah, for a basketball
player, rather than learn how to shoot a basketball. We're gonna end off on that point. Ben Simmons would rather take a fine than learn how to shoot a basketball. Thank you guys so much for watching. To the person, like, okay, there's someone or some people, okay. We had like 102 subs and now we have 101. And like today, let me tell you what happened today. I clicked onto our YouTube channel. I was like, oh, sick, we have 102. Yeah. And the moment I clicked on, I saw 102 and then it switched to 101.
Damn.
I'm like, damn. Someone keeps unsubbing, bro. But hey, listen, we love you guys for having the 100 subs. We promise we're going to get this 100 sub special soon. We promise. I know you guys have been waiting. Thank you so much for the love on the last video. All right, let's get this new year off to a great start. Okay, this is the second video of the new year. Let's try and grow even more this year. All right, we're going to try and get 200 this year, get some monetized content going, get all this stuff going, hopefully even blow up. We're going to contact people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and share, because that way we can blow up and we can provide better content for you guys, and you guys can get notified, bro. Notify whenever you upload another amazing video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you guys stay at. Peace.